Hi, this is Jake with Optimus Futures, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to place advanced order strategies using Forex data on the MultiCharts platform. So like I did just mention, we are using Forex data on MultiCharts, not futures this time around, and we are using data provided by OANDA. If you'd like to check out OANDA, whether that be the web-based version, the desktop version, or OANDA on MultiCharts like I'm using, feel free to check the description down below, and we'll give you a link to get you set up with that. Now on to the topic of the video. Like I said, we'll be covering advanced order strategies. These will cover things like stop limits, breakout, fades, things like that. So first we'll start off with a dome. I would like to mention that you can use this on a chart as well. So just keep that in mind. I'll show you how to activate that there on the chart. For now, we'll start off with a dome. It is a bit more simple and everything's laid out right in front of you right from the get-go. If you aren't really familiar with the functionality of the dome, feel free to check out our video on dome with Forex trading. Now, as you notice, if you haven't already watched that video, it does look a bit different than you may have expected or compared to with futures data because you aren't getting that market depth. But it's okay. The entire functionality still essentially functions the same, and we get a breakdown of every price level individually. So that's nice if you need precise trading. Now for these advanced order strategies I am referring to, there's two sections. We have the order placements, which are where my mouse is currently hovering over. And then we have exit strategies as well. And these are quite simple to use. Honestly, all you need to do is left click, drag to the price level in which you want to place these order strategies. Now the technicality and the functionality behind these order strategies does get a bit more advanced, but MultiCharts actually makes it really easy. If you'll notice, if you just hover your mouse over any of those orders types, within just a few seconds, you'll get an entire text window explaining exactly what those order types do. So as you can see here, I'm hovering over stop order, and MultiCharts gives me a really great description. A stop order is an order to buy or sell an instrument as soon as the price of the instrument reaches a specified price, and that's known as a stop price. So once you hit that stop price, or once the market hits that stop price, your stop order essentially becomes a market order. So based off of that, we now know what a stop order is. So let's say, for example, we're just waiting for the market to work essentially, and we have a desired price in mind, but we need to step away from our computer or whatever the case may be. We can place that stop order in there. Just place it a little bit above this 10M line on a sell. As you can see, if at any time you need to adjust it, you can do so in this confirmation window beforehand. If you need one-click trading essentially turned on and you don't want to wait for this order confirmation window, let's say it may not work or you may not need it for stop orders, but whatever the case may be for any other order types, like maybe a limit, and you need to place that limit order immediately, I would suggest turning on the do not ask me again button. As you can see, based off this confirmation window here, you will turn off order confirmations completely and you will go into entirely manual mode. So you won't get this little order confirmation window, nor will you get the chance to edit it out. So if that order gets filled before you get the chance to edit it, if you make a mistake, well, you should have had the order confirmation window on, but it's just an option for those traders, like I said, need high frequency trading or need to place those trades instantly. So if you're confident, feel free to turn it off. But for now, we can, I'll adjust this since the market did move a little bit. We'll place it right above again at the 12408 mark. If I click yes, as you can see, the stop order goes to the opposite of the sell side. And once that market will hits this point here, it'll essentially be converted to a market order. Now it's worth mentioning that you can adjust your order at any time by left clicking the little stop symbol here. The market actually just hit that, so it did get filled immediately. We can now see we have one position in there based off that white line. But yeah, so as you can see, I was about to adjust it and the market hit it, but it just shows you that you can adjust at any time. We can do so for a limit as well if we'd like, so we can place this directly under. Again, I hit yes. Now once this 10M line hits, it will be converted to that market order. So again, this is great for just leaving it if you have a specific price in mind, and you can walk away and not have to worry. You can readjust levels at any time, Or if you need to close out, you can click this X next to your position. And we actually just got filled in there. So good to see it working in real time. Now we do have some other advanced order types, such as a stop limit. As you can see here, this is a combination of both the stop order and a limit order. So once the stop price is reached, the stop limit order becomes a limit to buy or sell at a specified price. This is a good way to just reduce loss essentially. So just keep that in mind. Pretty much the same functionality, except this time we get 2 parameters in which we need to adjust. So once that stop is hit or once that limit is hit, the other one pretty much just acts as a precautionary measure to save profits essentially if the market ends up tanking. So as you can see, and it actually popped up on my other window, we actually just put an invalid entry in there. So you will get that if you do put the incorrect parameters in there. So just keep that in mind. We'll adjust this, see how it goes here. And I just put another invalid there. So just keep that in mind. You will get notifications if you put something invalid. So it will prevent you from placing any incorrect order strategies. Here we have breakout strategies. So this is essentially an OCO order. So one will cancel the others once one becomes activated. Here you can see there are a couple more parameters. In this you can adjust by either tick, percentages. There's more parameters here, so we can adjust the quantity of our OCO. If you need to, you can put your time in force or a flag, as you may know it. This will essentially either cancel it at the end of the day, we can good till cancel, or we can specify a specific date. So this order will just pretty much just sit in the market until it is filled if you stipulate that condition here. If we place our order strategies, as you can see, and it just got filled immediately, but it will place the combination of stop orders. Let's see, we'll just hover over our breakout strategy here to see exactly what MultiCharts defines it as. So as you can see, it combines that stop order above the market price and a sell stop order below the market price, depending on the price movement. So when either a buy or sell is executed, the other one is canceled. So again, just another way to mitigate losses. Here we have fade strategies. So again, this is an OCO. It's pretty similar, except this time you're using sell limit orders above the market price and buy limit orders below. So essentially, MultiCharts makes it very convenient. They have a bunch of different advanced order strategies that pretty much combine and use a combination of other advanced order strategies, as you may know or may have seen on other platforms such as OCO, stop loss, stop limits, things like that. And they give you a bit of a twist on each of the different ones here. Again, if you need to, just hover your mouse over any of the options and it'll go over those. Just to briefly cover it, there's exit strategies as well, which can be used. So again, I kind of mentioned before, you can set up your own, but we can use bracket orders as well. These are, again, help to limit losses or secure profit depending on price movement. This functions pretty much the same exact way, or once you already have a position. So we can buy in the market. Essentially, we'll just need to, I believe, double click on there. And as you can see, a bracket has already been entered. We can pause it if we need to, or we can auto apply by left clicking. And as you can see, it remains active until you double click it again. Same goes for this as well. These aren't dragged. You just double click those and that order strategy will be put into place. If you need to, you can right click and edit to adjust your profit levels or your transaction costs, things like that. So just keep that in mind. These are set up by right clicking. You can either auto attach as exit strategies whenever you place an order. So keep that in mind. So if we double click this and you can see it's active, once we place our order, then those breakout levels get placed. Again, adjust by clicking edit, and then we put those profit targets in there. We can put by ticks as well. We can change the good till day or whatever the case may be, the time enforced again. And we can adjust how our stop is. So if you have either, we'll put our stop as a market order or a stop as a limit order. Let's keep that active. We'll place a sell market. And it's a bit difficult to show you with placing market orders because they are filled immediately, but just showing you functionality here. I suggest going in here and messing around with it on your own. This does take time if you need to. We do provide the OANDA Forex demo, so if you do make a mistake, this isn't live trading, so feel free to mess around with it. Use our demo, and you can try these advanced order strategies out as much as you need. I'll just be covering the rest of them. I'm not going to show the entire functionality of every single order and how they actually operate because, again, all the functionality is essentially the same across the board. You're going to want to right-click and edit the parameters as you need. And then when you go to place your order in there, you'll either double-click here, and you'll see it's automatically on auto-apply. If you left-click that, you see that green check, you know it's activated. Same thing for this. You can use all these advanced order strategies or exit strategies at once, and you'll see you have the confirmation there of the number of exit strategies you have active at one time. Just to show you, like I mentioned, you can use this on a chart, and this will be the last thing of this video. We'll open up the Euro US dollar again. We'll wait for it to load. This time, again, we can place it directly through a chart. We'll left click the chart trading button up there in the top right. Now, you'll notice we don't get those advanced order strategies. We only get these basic ones here. But if you right click and switch to full mode, you'll see it becomes very similar to the DOM, except this time your price levels are all based off your charts. And the nice thing about charts, which you can see here, we have a ton of different positions here in the market, but it actually reflects on your chart as well. So you get that visual representation of where exactly your orders are being placed on those candles as they fluctuate. This time, same thing, except you're going to be dragging and dropping onto your actual chart. So as you see, I just clicked and dragged onto that specific price level, click yes, and my stop order is in place. Now you can see what's going on with my stop and where it's exactly at. Again, we can reverse it by left clicking this arrow, left click by clicking on that X, or exit out by left clicking on the X. When you are trading with chart mode, I would advise you to turn on crosshairs by left clicking this button here, the toolbar. That way you get an exact price level. So when you come over here with your stop, you have that exact price level at which you're exactly at, and you can let go and you'll know where your orders are being placed. But that just about wraps it up for this video. Again, just covering over the technicalities and just how these advanced order types are actually placed and how they function on MultiCharts using Forex data provided by OANDA. Like I said, if you want to check out these order strategies and test them out using Forex, and then you're afraid possibly, or you're just not ready to go live trading yet with these, feel free to check out our OANDA demo. It's down in the description below. Feel free to mess around, and you do have a lot of money that is provided to you in your demo account. So feel free to go wild and mess around with the platform. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful. Subscribe for more informative content on this platform and many other, whether it's a futures platform or Forex. And stay tuned for those videos. Thanks for watching, and we hope you found this helpful.